we're back with part two. My girlfriend called me, and it knocked my, stopped my video basically. It ended the video. So here's part two. For the first time, we're gonna do a part two to the video. And from now on, I need to remember to put my phone into airplane mode before I make videos because this is the second time that's happened. Otherwise, I'm just basically hoping no one calls or whatever. So from now on, I'll be sure to do that. Not that I don't like her calling me, it's a pain when I'm in the middle of a video. So yeah, I'll have to let her know as well before I start videos. Okay. Hopefully she's not mad at me because I just told her I was in the middle of a video and I had to put my phone into airplane mode. Okay. Let's see how this infusion is. I went a little bit longer than expected just because I had to fidget with my phone and get the video going again. So this is a bit of a stronger infusion than I was going for. But let's see how it is. Totally fine. Still very distinctive Tieguanyin character, Qingxin rather, but processed as Tieguanyin. So in Anxi, Tieguanyin refers to both the old school Tieguanyin, Hongxin, and Qingxin. But in Taiwan, that distinction is a very strict one. Tieguanyin in Taiwan can only be Hongxin, and other Qingxin processed like Tieguanyin is either Hong Shui, which is like high roast, or medium oxidation high roast, or Dongding. Dongding is new school style Tieguanyin, which is basically with Qingxin though, so it's not the same exact cultivar. The difference is Qingxin is a much more prolific plant. It grows a lot better, it yields better, it's hardier, and it interesting. There's more flavor after the swallow on this infusion. It's rising up. And it's roasty with classic Tieguanyin character and some butter as well. So quite nice. And it's making me sweat. So yeah, Qingxin is called Green Heart. The very topmost tips are green. Hongxin, on the other hand, Red Heart, has red tips. And they do have very distinctive character. I can definitely tell them apart. Just from experience from trying both of them over time. And I remember it throwing me off when I first started drinking Hongxin in Taiwan because it didn't have the same punch to it that I expected. Taiwan's done a lot of work on breeding with Anxi cultivars. Oh, there's that mint again as it cools. So yeah, definitely a different experience. Yeah, Taiwan's rework stuff and they produce stuff in a different manner, so you do get quite a different experience. I find Taiwan oolongs to be smoother and sweeter, but sometimes I like the intensity of, well, a lot of the time. This is very familiar to me. Drinking Qingxin is very familiar territory since it's what I started with. And the Anxi stuff just has that punch that I desire, which I don't really get from the Hongxin from Taiwan. Not that I don't like it, it's lovely tea. It just doesn't satisfy me quite the same way. As good as it is, it's just a different experience. So yeah, some people do prefer the Taiwanese kind, and that's totally okay. Of course, I'm not judging anyone for liking one or the other. Taiwan does produce absolutely top-notch tea, and I'm happy to drink both. Really, I'm glad I can drink both because variety is the spice of life, right? Okay, let's continue. I just filled the teapot, so we'll go about 1:30, and you'll just have to listen to me ramble until 5:40 on my clock this time. It's quite nice. Yeah, still quite a bit of sourness in this teapot. So this teapot doesn't reduce sourness as much as some of my other Yixing does. So I'll have to try this tea again in Yixing next time to compare. Some sourness is expected and even desirable in Tieguanyin teas to many traditional consumers of Tieguanyin, especially Chinese consumers. Maybe less so in Taiwan. But to me, this has long been the kind of thing that I expect from Tieguanyin. You kind of want a sweet and sour effect. And a lot of people would say if you don't get that sweet and sour thing going on with your Tieguanyin, even if it's Qingxin, which is the dominant cultivar in Anxi now for Tieguanyin, then it isn't Tieguanyin. You need that sweet and sour. And it is definitely familiar as well. It's comforting in a sense. So, yeah, I never really thought of it that way. Well, I do think about it that way. I am very much an Anxi Tieguanyin guy, but I like the old school stuff. New school stuff's less to my taste. Even the really good stuff, like I respect it for what it is, but it's just not something I would drink every day. It's just not really my thing. Although I can appreciate the quality and how much care is put into its cultivation and processing with the really top grade Anxi stuff. I do like the sweetness and how mild the Dongting is. So Dongting is preferable to me to the Anxi version. Okay. So yeah, I didn't realize this pitcher works really well for smaller teapots. I'll be sure to use it more often in the future for sessions involving smaller teapots. Works a treat, even though it's made for a pu'er pot. I don't know if they intended it to be, a good fit for a smaller teapot, but it really is. So that's an unexpected bonus. It's the first time I've tried putting a teapot in it that way. So yeah, a lot of my smaller teapots will probably do well in here. Just letting it drip out. And when I first started drinking high roast Tieguanyin, the guys who taught me how to drink it would really be extremely patient to get every drop out of there, as is traditional in Fujian. Okay, and let's see, I'm just curious to see if this teapot would fit in there. This is one of my favorite 90s teapots, not a factory one, but very nice Shuiping. And it does fit. Yeah, that works. Well, that's good to know. So yeah, this is a good pitcher to use for long sessions with smaller Shuipings. Okay. The things you discover, sometimes on video. Yep, definitely some sourness here in this teapot. So that's quite interesting. It doesn't mute as much as my Shuiping or Zini pots, that's for sure. But it's definitely not undrinkable either. This is quite a pleasant session, although it's sour. Getting kind of aged character here, which is interesting. I didn't expect that. Wonder how long they hold their batches before they're sold out. I buy fresh stock regularly from these guys since I don't like to hold tea for too long. I prefer to keep it as fresh as possible so people can drink either old or aged depending on what they want. My battery's about to go, so this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.